now for the second topic for today. Why am I laughing? This is this is one of the funniest this is one of the funniest stories I have seen this year. So under the conservative, that is the Tories, under the conservative government in United Kingdom, they set up, I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago, they set up they had this plan to the plan was to deal with the whole immigration issue in their country. That was the issue was immigration challenges. A lot of illegal immigrants are coming to the country. So the solution, according to the conservative government, was this. What was it? To deport or to export these migrants who are coming into the United Kingdom to seek asylum, to send them to Rwanda. In fact, I believe they spent about $400 million, yes, on this Rwanda deal. So the idea was the money was set up to was spent to set up infrastructure in Rwanda, like housing, food, all of those things, to set them up in Rwanda, so that anyone who is coming for asylum, seeking asylum in the United Kingdom, they'll send them there to process the whole thing. So the idea was to discourage people from coming, because if you know that, oh, I'm going to the UK to seek asylum, but the UK is going to send me to Rwanda, it will discourage you from coming. But it did not. People were still the immigrants were still running into the United Kingdom. So it didn't deter them. But Rwanda was able to set up the infrastructure needed. In fact, Suella Braverman, she was the former Home Secretary under the conservative government. She, at the time she went to look at the whole thing. I had an issue with that policy, but that's not the topic now. So she went to look at the infrastructure and she liked it. Now, with how many years? I think it was 3 years, 2 or 3 years. The conservatives were pushing this and they were working towards it. At the end of the day, they performed woefully during the elections that happened in the United Kingdom on the 4th of July. And because they performed woefully, the Labour Party won a large number of seats and became the main party in the parliament. Now that means Kier Starmer became the prime minister. Now, Kier Starmer, in fact, not just Kier Starmer, but the Labour Party in general, they were having issues with this um, this whole Rwanda thing, because they said it wasn't going to work. And it was true, it wasn't going to work. We looked at it, it did not work. So anyway, once Kestama came in, one of the first things he did, he said he scrapped the deal and said he said it was dead from the very beginning. But that was not just the interesting part. It just the interesting part now is the UK is now hoping they can get some of that money back. $400 million. About, yes, I can't remember how much exactly it is in pounds, but converted to USD, it's $400 million. $400 million. Now they are looking to get some of it back. But Rwanda is now saying you can't get it back. You gave us, we did not cancel the deal. You canceled the deal. You gave us money to set up things like infrastructure, housing, and some other things to take care of the immigrants. We did our part of the deal. You came and said you're not doing the deal again. Now you want to get money. You think about it. Does it make any sense? It did not. Of course, it doesn't make sense. Of course, it doesn't make any sense. So, well, that's why I find it to be very, very funny. But United Kingdom wasted 400. The United Kingdom wasted $400 million. Do you know what $400 million can do for a lot of countries? And you just wasted it. So Rwanda said they're not giving that money back. I support them because money has actually gone into setting up the things that they were supposed to set up. So are they printing money to give the UK back? Well, having said all those things, I want to look at closely, because the issue at the end of the day, the core issue was the immigration challenge. United Kingdom was sick, the conservative government and the number of people in the population, they were sick of having these immigrants run into their countries. But my question is, their country rather. But my question is, what will make somebody run out of their own country? People don't just wake up and say, I want to leave my country forever and brings the challenges and the danger associated with running through the Sahara Desert and the desert to the migrant boats, which many of the time these boats capsize and they die. So many people will not risk their lives if they're not running away from fire. So the question you ask is, what is setting their countries on fire? making them run both from Africa and the Middle East. Policies that the United Kingdom have championed. Let's remember that after NATO, with the blessing of United Kingdom, invaded Libya and set the country on fire. Remember the number of people who ran out of Africa because of the terrorists. Because many of the terrorists, in fact, that's the reason why we have this issue in the Sahel region. Because many of those weapons, United States flooded into and NATO flooded into Libya, got into the hands of bad actors who have then turned out to be terrorists stopping us in the Sahel region. That's the cause. That's the cause. You cannot talk about the terrorism going on in Africa and not point your hand to what NATO did in Libya in 2011. But the United Kingdom supported that policy. They did. So when they supported the policy and then they are refusing the effects of the policy they support, it does not make any sense. Apart from Libya, let's look at Syria. What United States did in Syria, the bombing and the chaos that happened in Syria, was supported by who? United Kingdom. This is and then because of the fire that was burning in Syria, many of those people ran out of their countries. Or if we talk about the economic sanctions that makes living really hard for people in this region, makes them looking for green pastures. They run into Europe and United Kingdom. Should we forget that? So the problem with immigration is not the solution to the immigration problem that they're having in UK, not just UK, actually the whole of Europe and also Americas. But because this conversation is about UK, I want to focus on it. So the solution is not bundling these people who are looking for green pastures, who are looking for security. The solution is not bundling them and throwing them to Rwanda. Thank God Kier Starmer has killed that. But that's not the solution. The solution is to champion better policies that makes the world more peaceful. The more peaceful the world is, the more people stay in their respective countries. It's very simple. Nobody just wants to stand up from their essential home and run into the United Kingdom just because they feel like it. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So I hope the United Kingdom learns its lesson. It's $400 million lesson. It's $400 million lesson. I hope the United Kingdom learns this thing and champions policies that makes the world more peaceful with security, with economic stability. United Kingdom champions policies that makes the world more peaceful. Because the more peaceful the world is, the less likely people are going to run away from their homes and their countries into your own. And like I said, I don't think they would learn. So we can expect more $400 million mistakes. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also let me know what you think about this particular topic in the comment section.